Inside the Cave now brings you the official store to get all things Cave Crush and Inside the Cave at cavecrushshop.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Cave Crush and like our Facebook page, Cave Crush Shop.
Hey yo! Y'all ready? It's time to go inside the cave.
Inside the cave.
With CB, Joe Dirt, Big Dog, Sid, Cousin Lamar, International D, Cat, and Belly Veil featuring Roland and Charles Hurd. Inside the cave, mother.
Hey, welcome back Inside the Cave, InsideTheCavePodcast.com. And listen to us everywhere. Thank you to everybody who's been listening to us, all the new listeners and new followers everywhere. However you found us, we really appreciate it. Got a loaded new show today. Can't wait for you all to hear it. I'm CB at I'm the Real CB, and Joe Dirt is in the building.
Yes, I am. I'm ready to go. I'm mad. I got a good story for the dirt sheets. It's about to be one.
The Southern
almost
Baby.
The whole crew's almost here. It's gonna be good.
I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, we good.
And the Southern Baby, Big Dog.
What's up with it, man?
Sid.
What up?
Cousin Lamar.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
The lovely, the talented, the beautiful Cat.
Hello, everyone.
The Cleese Report podcast coming soon. You can check a preview of it on iTunes right now, or on YouTube at The Cleese Report. Roland.
What's up? What's up? Whoa! Oh, Lord have mercy. No, Martin Lawrence throwback. This nigga doing the podcast drunk.
Making his return back to Inside the Cave, the international lover, International D.
What's good, people? What's good? D, what up, man? God damn, it's been a long time. Yeah, man. Had to make my appearance, but I'm back.
And we have a new show for you, D. All right, I know you haven't listened probably if you haven't been on, so we have a new lineup. Things is flowing different, so adding a new segment. It's called You Got 30 Seconds, and I think you all will like it. This is for our listeners. All right, so let's get the show started with last week's and the week before listeners' feedback.
Got an opinion? Let your voice be heard. Want to change the direction of the show? Talk your shit. Tell us how you really feel.
For real, I might just say how I feel.
Listeners' feedback with Cousin Lamar on Inside the Cave.
Alright. So first up, we got Michelle. Michelle writes in, she says, "No, I don't know Kat personally. I first listened to Inside the Cave with you and Dr. Umar, and I thought the questions she asked were very thoughtful and professional when it came to education, and ever since then, I've been a fan. Truthfully, I was shocked at Inside the Cave since that interview because I didn't realize this was a comedy show and not to be taken seriously. I'm still disappointed in the level of disrespect towards Kat and women in general, especially as CB is telling men to pay for sex and devaluing women even more. I'm glad Roland said those statements don't match the views of all the men in the group. And great job, Kat, challenging him. You had him on the ropes." All right. The next one we got. What's up?
I said, thanks, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, if you don't like the way women being treated, you should take a knee.
You're on both knees.
Yeah, probably let's say preferably both knees.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Hey, women in Saudi Arabia are just getting the chance to drive. I mean, come on now. I think we treat women pretty good over here. These women are just getting able to drive over there. I think we do pretty good.
All right. So next up, we got Steve. Steve writes in saying, "You crazy, CB. Then you play the drop, pay for the pussy. What's up with the Cleves report? Niggas still talking 9/11 conspiracies?
Man, that dude must don't got a freaking calendar. The show we recorded was right after the anniversary of 9/11. That's why we was talking about it. So what I'm gonna need you to do is to go to Walmart, Kmart, or whatever 5 and down is in your area. Get yourself a calendar so you can be abreast of what's going on. You know, what the dates are, fam. That's the only reason why we was talking about 9/11.
Why you there? Pick up a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, because you definitely gonna need one messing with me.
Sounds good.
All right. Next up, we got Trisha. Trisha writes in, she says, "Thank you for the new format. Y'all was killing me. All that arguing on kill yourself and start over. I was 30 seconds skipping through the segment most episodes. Laugh out loud. Glad it was later on in the show. I could just relax and laugh or shake." And then next up, we got Carol. Carol says, "I'm torn on the 9/11 talk part. Part of me believes what I saw that morning on TV, but the other half tells me that it was a setup, especially the second plane hitting the building. Kat, I have a teenage grandkid, proud 47, and I feel your pain, girl. It's so sad the challenges that today's youth change."
Hey, don't be ashamed. I got a cousin that's 40, and a grandmama.
Teenage grandmother?
No, not teenage. She a grandma.
I'm a grandfather. I'm 45.
Let's see. They speed up out here now.
All right. Then we got Lance. Lance writes in, he says, "Hey fam, y'all doing the most over there. Pay for the pussy. That was the first time all the rest of the guys was quiet and quickly didn't want shit to do with CB. I'm laughing my ass off.
Pay for the pussy, pay for the pussy.
Oh, you guys don't get it.
We need to get more of our conversations because there's plenty of times where we don't agree with CB.
Yeah, right.
Well, what's funny about the CB thing, man, he's just so vulgar and so nasty with it. And I couldn't even help. I was trying to think of some ways to help. In a relationship, that's kind of like paying for it. But he was flat.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I'm saying, I think people think I'm trying to help out guys. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to help out guys. I'm trying to help out guys that's cheating. I'm trying to help out the cheating man. If you're gonna be out there cheating, I'm not trying to help out guys who are just dating. I'm talking about guys who are cheating. If you're cheating, it's better to pay for the pussy. If you're cheating, that's what I'm saying.
Just cut the check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I interject real quick? So I've been away, but from what I've been hearing is nothing's changed with CB, and this is feedback right here. So people basically saying CB is being CB, and then also what I heard is Roland, you like to save hoes. So it's pretty much going the way am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
That's correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I got a cake. Yes, I got 2. Just in case one's in the laundry.
Hold on, a second ago it was a 3X. Now it's a cake.
Yeah, it's a cake. I got a cake. I got 2 of them. Yeah, just in case one's in the.
CB.
Yo.
Have you had any success paying for it?
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me. You sound like a cop right now, and I don't feel comfortable with this conversation.
Hey, dog, all you have to do is wait, because he'll definitely snitch.
He gonna snitch on himself when it's over.
Absolutely. If it's to be told, he'll tell it.
I'm just trying to help out guys. I'm just trying to help out guys. All we do on the show is save hoes. I'm trying to help out guys.
Hey, Roland, CB just like Cole from Martin, goddammit. We won't tell his ass nothing.
What else we got, cuz?
All right, next up we got Cheryl. Cheryl writes in, she says, "Shaking my head at Inside the Cave. Really? You all need to stop. Cat, don't entertain that fool. The one point that I felt actually came from Roland. I wish our young ladies understood how important it is to conduct themselves as ladies all the time, especially on social media. If more women knew how to act on social media, we wouldn't have idiots telling men it's okay for sex."
Pay for sex.
Bravo.
All
right. Next up, we got Troy. Troy writes in. He says, "Are them phrases for real? Ain't no way. Go to the trap and cook up some ideas. Come on, man. Ain't no way that was on CNN."
Yes, it was. That was something Bashar something on the Don Lemon show, the one that comes on at like 10 or 11, and he was talking about that when he was trying to talk about the difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. I'm not saying that Bashar guy don't know them phrases. I'm saying the audience has no idea what he's talking about. Going back to the trap, cooking up. No, the audience don't. We know, but the audience has no idea where those phrases come from. I was blown away by that shit. I
will say this, that you got news outlets, local news outlets. Like I guess it's a thing now where like on the anniversary of like Biggie's death or Tupac's death, they'll like rap. They'll in their segment they'll use rap lyrics to tell the news. So it might have could have been on something like that. I have to see it to understand the
it was a regular segment. I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube. It was a regular argument that he was having with someone else. I was surprised by that. I guess nobody else was like, impressed. Right. That shit shocked the hell out of me because it goes on everywhere. Like, I just think that they don't even know where this stuff comes from. Like when I heard the guy say this is pure dope, like. You're a professional. You shouldn't be saying this. You're on Fox News talking about something that's pure dope. Like, do you know what that means? Pure dope. Like, come on, man.
Well, maybe he's trying to appeal to his black audience, them sellout ass Republicans that watch Fox.
Nah, I don't know. Go ahead, cuz. We can move on.
That was a low blow if you didn't catch it.
No, he caught it. That's why he ducked it so fast.
All right. Next up, we got Nina. Nina writes in. She says, "CB, as a father, you should be ashamed of telling boys to pay for sex. I'm with Kat. That's just disgusting. You want your sons sleeping with hookers and $2 hoes, basically destroying themselves at a young age, so they're no good for when they mature and become men. Shaking my head, sad."
It's not what I said. I told him doing it. I didn't say nothing about boys. Kat said something about boys. I never said that. She the one brought my sons in it. I'm looking out for the cheating man. I never said anything about young boys. I said the cheating man. That's all I said.
Well, we know how CB like to switch the argument up. So.
That's the truth. We were talking about Kevin Hart, and I was just talking about the cheating man. So that's
I can't remember, but you do got a track record. I'm just saying. Review the tape. You should pull the tape up.
I ain't gotta pull up shit. All right, that was emails and complaints or listeners' feedback.
New segment. The new segment starts now.
Hey, this is our new segment. Now, before every event after they do the national anthem. All right, this is our new segment. It's like a warm-up line, the crip line, the layup line. All right, it's called "You Got 30 Seconds." So basically, what I'm going to do is take regular news articles that I heard of, and I'm going to challenge the guys and lady on Inside the Cave because they're going to have 30 seconds to give me the answer. And I'm going to start right with Kat. All right, this is called "You Got 30 Seconds." Cardi B is the first woman to reach the #1 spot on the Billboard since Lauryn Hill. You heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay, Kat, you have 30 seconds to name 8 female MCs or groups. The clock starts now.
Gotta be 8.
Pepper. Are these rap groups or are these like?
Yes, female MCs.
Female MCs?
Or groups.
Okay, MC Light, Salt-N-Pepa, Queen Latifah, Miss Melody. We can go further, Lauryn Hill.
10 seconds.
Brown. Nicki Minaj.
One more go.
She missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the hell
You
you come
missed-
up with the number 8?
I did. Hey, I'm moderating this stuff. I come up with whatever I want to come up with.
Man, because he was hungry. He had just ate.
Good job, though, Cat. Almost. All right, here we go. This is for Lamar. This week, Fox's Empire comes back on for another season. You ready, Lamar?
Yeah, what you got?
Lamar, your mom met one of the cast members of Empire. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you have 30 seconds to name 8 members of the cast of Empire, either full name or cast name, on the show or guest appearance or regular cast. It doesn't matter. Just name 8 members of the show Empire. The clock starts now.
Damn, that's all you got? All right, you want this alphabetical order or what? All right, you got Lucius, you got Anika, you got Hakeem,
You got
Tiana,
15 seconds.
Becky, Andre, Sean. Shit, ain't that all of them?
There ain't 8 people on the show.
Right. I'm like, what the hell? Did I name what? 8?
Time.
That's it.
That's
Did
it.
you get it, Roller?
I think he got it.
Got it. Okay, cool.
ACB.
He
Yo,
named 8 people, but I don't know if they was real people.
Lamar had naming his cousins.
Them last 2 were shaky.
ACB, what was that fact you gave about Cardi B being the first female rapper to what?
the reached #1 spot on the Billboard since Lauryn Hill.
Without
That's-
a feature.
Thank you, cuzzo. See, he ain't telling all the facts.
All right, Joe, here you go. This week, Netflix released Def Comedy Jam's 25th anniversary show. You know that, Joe?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
All right, Joe, you have 30 seconds. Name 14 comedians that were on Def Comedy Jam.
Nigga, what the hell you get 14 from?
The clock starts now.
Like everybody else's name.
I said 14. The clock starts now.
Entertainer, DL Hewley, Bernie Mac, who else was Steve Harvey, Dale Givens, some more, Earthquake, Chris Tucker, Martin, Dave Chappelle, who am I missing? Eddie Griffin.
Got 10 seconds.
Guy Torrey, Joe Torrey.
One more. You got 5 seconds.
There you go. That's 13. That's all you
Well,
get.
you failed. You
I ain't
didn't
failed
14.
shit. You asked everybody else for 8. I gave you more than 8.
Said this week.
14 though.
Said this week was
Fuck
NBA.
that.
Said this week was NBA Media Week as the season starts October 17th. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Name 12 players on the Bulls roster. The clock starts now.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The clock starts now.
Cameron Artist Payne. Shit. That's all.
Ain't that the nigga that play football?
What's that dude's name they got from Oklahoma City? They traded everybody.
Cameron Artist Payne played for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know. What's that dude's name?
That's it. That's a wrap.
Got 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, Matt Williams. That's the 14th one.
Who? Man, I don't know nobody in the goddamn Bulls. Name 12 players on the board. Name their whole roster.
Right.
You can't even name a starting lineup right now.
I got my 14th one. I got Cat Williams. All right, that's 14. I win.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis decided to get on both knees during the national anthem after he said he would never
What was he doing on his knee?
disrespect the flag. You heard about that?
Yeah.
You got name 10 celebrities or athletes that agree with Colin Kaepernick. Your clock starts now.
10 that agree. don't think any of them agree.
Yeah, that was a bad question. What are they agreeing upon? What you mean agree with Colin?
None of them agree.
Athletes that agree with Colin, you got 15 seconds.
Nah, that's not a real question. Agree with him on what?
Yeah,
You mean like Shannon Sharp?
Yeah,
exactly.
Argument.
Shannon Sharp ain't an athlete no more.
Man, your question's just as shitty.
Yeah, he always got a new game, but they got the shit down right. Name 10 people who agree with him. Agree with him on what?
Right.
Roland, according to a report, over 25,000 people are affected with HIV in the city of Chicago. You have 30 seconds to name 10 celebrities who have HIV or AIDS, dead or alive. The clock starts now.
Magic. Man, what the heck is his name? The clown, Charlie Sheen. How many I got to name? 8?
10.
10.
Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
Just name 10 celebrities.
I just know 2, man. Oh no,
you can say 10 names and you wouldn't know the fucking wives.
No.
How you know?
People ask you to name some shit. You can just run off some random ass goddamn names. And now
you messing with my time. Hold on.
Oh, your time up.
Shut up, Roland.
Your time
is up, brother.
He been talking over my time. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time.
International.
I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time.
International.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm reclaiming my time.
You hear that, CB?
You hear that, CB?
Come on, man. I'm trying to move on. This is not supposed to take this long. International D. International D. This is the last one because Novelli and her. According to an article out of Ask Men Online, dating sites are better than dating apps like Tinder. You have 30 seconds to name 10 dating apps. Your clock starts right now.
Don't out yourself, D.
I don't know dating sites like that. What? eHarmony, Tinder. I don't know. Black Planet, Mahente. Let's go back. Facebook, the party on Instagram, Snapchat.
What about blackpeoplemeet.com? People got that one.
I don't do that.
What about Christian Mingle?
Yeah, Christian Mingle.
Match.com.
See, y'all know more than me.
No, that's a damn shame. All right, that was you got 30 seconds. Now look, I hope everybody listening try to play along. We're gonna try to do this every week. All right, let's get into this. Around the Cave.
Uninterrupted, undisputed, and unedited. It's time to go Around the Cave.
Big Dog, you told me you had something you want to get off your chest.
Yeah, man. I'll put it like this. Everybody's kind of like gotten away from what the protest is supposed to be about. It's a fucking illusion, man. You got NFL players that's kneeling, and everybody's acting like they kneeling in support of the cause that Kaepernick originally kneeled for, and that's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
The only reason they kneeling is because Trump called them a son of a bitch.
Talk that shit.
And the only reason the owners out there with them is because Trump trying to bully them and tell them what to do, which is gonna fuck up their cash cow.
Talk that shit.
No, so don't fall for the bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Ray Lewis, man, I'm disappointed, bro. I mean, for him to sit there and say that he would never disrespect the flag, and then he down there on both knees, it's like, what's your agenda?
You heard what he said, though, right?
No, I didn't even try to hear.
He said he was down there praying.
Oh, that's what
I wasn't expecting the flag. I was praying.
No interruptions. No interruptions.
I'm just giving them some info.
Well, either way it go, man, I'm disappointed, man. But that's my take on it, man. Don't let's not lose sight of what the protest is about. They trying to. We not protesting the right to protest.
Yeah.
And this ain't no protest against Trump. I mean, everybody gets Trump anyway.
Yeah.
And then to take it a step further, is it on one hand you get all these racist motherfuckers that want to say stick to playing sports, and the only reason they say that because they protested some shit that they don't want to really protest. When the athletes do most of the donating, they do most of the community work. Every time a kid is sick, you got athletes going to the hospitals. You got national disasters, and the list goes on and on. So they need to make up their fucking mind. Either you're going to let these young kids coming out of high school that become pro, that turns into young men, which are millionaires, which really shouldn't be your fucking role model anyway. Who the fuck looks up to a 19-year-old kid coming out of high school and expect him to step into that role as being your role model? Get the fuck out of here with that, man.
Attaboy, dog. All right, Sid, what you got?
Hey, I wanted to keep what Dog saying going, cause I'm with Dog. This what it boiled down to two things. The owners only decided to protest, like he said when he called players a son of a bitch. You know what I equate that to? I'm sure a lot of us, if not all of us, have seen Django Unchained. And when DiCaprio say, "These are my niggas and I do with them as I please," that's what the owners are saying to me. I'm not gonna let you tell me what to do with my niggas, with my slaves. I do with them when I want to. And so when they outraged, how can you be outraged that a president said, "Get that son of a bitch off the field, fire him"? But nobody said anything when these kids get shot dead in the street by the.
Hey, and what about the asshole fire chief? They called Tomlin. They said Tomlin been added to the.
All right. Zay, kill yourself and start over, man. Just hot take, and we got to keep it moving. All right, what you got, Joe?
Well, my rant was gonna be about what Dog and Sid was talking about. About the owners, Jerry Jones and his fake ass, and Ray Lewis, and talking about where he would never disrespect the flag. Talking about I was kneeling and I was praying if you was watching me. Man, the thing is this, as CB favorite quote go, once you think you got the answer, I changed the question. That's what they did.
That's
exactly.
No, Roddy Piper.
That's exactly what Trump did. He came out, made people start talking about him, made people start talking about the national anthem and the flag, and he took attention away from what Kaepernick was kneeling for. Now you got all these people that is coming together and locking arms. Fuck that. You keep that shit. That don't mean nothing unless you kneeling and telling why you kneeling. If you gonna lock arms, why you locking arms? If the owners really wanted to get back at Donald Trump, go and take Colin Kaepernick and put him on your team. That's the ultimate get back at Donald Trump. So, with all that said, if you want to make it about the flag and the national anthem, then we could do that. You want to stand up for a flag that don't protect us. You want us to stand for a national anthem that was written by a racist white dude who lied about what he was doing when he wrote it. You want to solve that? Play the black national anthem at every sporting event, just like they do the Mexican national anthem or the Canadian national anthem. Make everybody stand for that.
Whoa, Joe. Lift every thing. Wow. All right, Lamar.
All right. So I want to touch on Puerto Rico and what's going on in Puerto Rico. Everybody know about the hurricane back on September 21st. Now, since then, it's been, what's today, 27? It's been, shit, a whole damn near week since the hurricane hit, and they still ain't got fires, they still ain't got power. They talking about it's gonna be 3 to 4 months without power. So check it. There's something going on. It's called the Jones Act of 1920, and the Jones Act is basically a trade embargo that prevents any country from providing aid to Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Alaska, without paying some type of tax. So Puerto Rico, their taxes to get anything from any other country is twice as expensive, even though it's the United States helping out or other countries helping out. So Senator McCain, he's saying, hey, let's go ahead and suspend this. You know, they hurting, they need some help. And Trump's response today was he's thinking about it. I'm so tired of this dude playing his games and his agenda to not help anybody that don't look like him. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is driving me crazy. So that's my thing for today.
Man, great information, cuz that's what I'm talking about. Attaboy to you. All right, International D.
All right, well, it all goes along the same lines, and it just starts with this. You know, I'm afar, and I'm looking at my country just constantly going to shit. Everybody knows I ain't never coming back to that shit, but every time I come here, I got to give a new reason why. And if you look at, we talking about that everybody's taking a knee right now and everything, but let's look at the world map right now and what's going on. Let's think about, you know, what he's doing, the picture that he's painting, like with everything that's going on in North Korea. Let's look at what he just went to the UN and embarrassed us even more so, and the things that he said in front of the UN, you know, and you got world leaders from all over the world just sitting there shaking their head like, what the hell is happening? And we are the face of this earth right here. We once were, and people respected us. I've spent 9 years overseas now, and I've seen it go from Bush, for people shaking their head and disgust at the U.S. for what he did with Iraq, to going to so much respect for us for 8 years of Obama, and then right now we are at the very bottom. So my rant is about the status of my country that, you know, I serve for, but yet I can't be proud of. And this taking a knee and everything, I think I get where you guys are going with that, but is that Trump thing is bigger than that. It's so many. It's just people trying to voice their opinion about that. Cap did his thing, and people ignored it, and they didn't stand up right next to him there. That's come and gone, and I don't even know if we can even help Cap right now or that cause, because it's that cause we've been fighting that for years in that country. And look where we at. We're right back at point zero. We come right back full circle. If you look at America right now, it's no different than back when we had all that segregation going on in America. We're back to where it was. You got white folk feeling like they can say anything and do anything they want back there right now and talk to you any old kind of way and kill you over nothing. So nothing has changed, and it's just a really sad state. And you know what's so sad about it was the fact that people voted for this man, and we had people sitting at home not going out there to cast their votes, but yet they can be, you know, posting videos of, you know, of beatings of kids in schools and stuff like that. You know, there's so many different things that we could be doing, and people know how to use social media for that. They know how to use social media, the video getting drunk in the hotel room and stuff like that, but they can't go out there and exercise their right to vote to prevent us from being in situations like this.
Roland.
All right, I'm gonna fall in line with the rest of the soldiers and kind of touch on this debacle that happened over the weekend. And my Around the Cave is about the 32 owners. And as you know, I've been critical of Colin Kaepernick at the very beginning of all this. And just like any self-respecting man, I'm gonna stand up and say that I was wrong. Whether or not he had a different motive when he said what he said, all the way up a year later, he's definitely walked the walk and talked the talk. Been doing a little bit of research behind the scenes with this situation, and his press conferences have been totally dead on point. You know, about as well spoken as the brother could speak. Why I'm mentioning the owners is because my thing is this: playing in the NFL is a privilege. It's not a right. If they don't want that man a part of their league, I'm okay with that. And I think he's okay with that. Where I lose respect for the league and each individual billionaire as a man is that you're not willing to stand up and say that. There's a saying on this TV show that I watched. It's called Billions. And the guy says, what's the sense of having fuck you money if you can't say fuck you? And the billionaires want to say fuck you to Trump, but they won't say fuck you to Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if I could have lived in the 60s, the 50s, or the 40s. But I do know this, is I'd rather a motherfucker tell me he can't stand me to my face than a motherfucker that claimed he my friend and stabbing me in the back. So guess what, owners? Y'all the biggest frauds that's going right now. And if you don't want the man in your league because he kneeled for the anthem y'all love so much, then say that and stand on that. Because I know one thing. Another thing is your word is bond. That's my round of cave.
Attaboy, Roland. A lot of NFL talk today, but for my round of cave, I'm going to the NBA, and I'm going to use a quote of the week. It's from Joe Lacob. He said, and I quote, "We are light years ahead of the rest of the league." And I thought he was crazy when he first said that, but from this past season and this off season, I will say this: the Warriors are making smart guys look like a bunch of idiots. Now, everyone looks at the Warriors and think they just have 4 all-stars. So they like, oh, we need all-stars on our team. It's not the players, brother. It's the culture. See, you can't just be chasing players. You have to chase the culture. I'll give you an example. When the Lakers was running the NBA, what did Oklahoma City go do? Oh, we can't deal with Bynum and Gasol. We trade for Kendrick Perkins. All right, that's a good trade, but guess what ended up happening? The Lakers ended up getting eliminated by the Mavericks in the second round. Didn't even face the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder make it to the finals, and they get eliminated by the Heat because Kendrick Perkins does nothing for you. Don't chase players, chase a culture. The Warriors have a great culture over there. That's the movement. And you know the second best team in the NBA, or maybe definitely the West, with the best culture? The Minnesota Timberwolves, because of Tom Thibodeau, the guy that stupid-ass Chicago fans, a couple of them on this show, ran out the city. You know what Thibodeau did for the Bulls? He made Derrick Rose an MVP. He made Noah a Defensive Player of the Year, and he made Jimmy Butler the Most Improved Player of the Year. What do you think he's gonna do with Wiggins, Cat, and with Jamal Crawford? What do you think he's gonna do with that? That's a winning culture over there. They're not trying to play like the Warriors and be like the Warriors. They have a winning culture. So that's what you got to go for. Don't be a mark like these other guys, especially the couple guys on the show. Don't chase players, chase the culture. And that's my Around the Cave. That's a cheap shot at Joe, basically, for running Thibodeau out of the NBA.
How many games has he won with them? So shut your ass up because they ain't even made the playoffs.
That's right.
Winning culture, they want shit.
Right. Okay. That's going to happen this year. All right, let's get into this. We haven't did this in a long time. Uga.
It's time for International D's Uga of the Week on Inside the Cave.
Man, I ain't got time for y'all, man. Y'all always going to be my number one Ugas. You know that, right? All right, man. So I really don't know how to come back to them, man. I don't come across so many different Ugas, but I can't leave this one alone right here. So right off the bat. So, hey, y'all heard that Chloe pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah, she finally got that nigga. She got his ass. It took a while, right? So I'm gonna have to get. I can't let her be a Uga no more because she done succeeded, man. She done did her thing now. So I'm not gonna give her Uga of the week, but I'm gonna have to pass it to Tristan for letting him let that happen. You know.
Thank you.
Come on now, man. You know, first off, you was LeBron's bitch for a while, but you know what? LeBron stepped up. You know, they tried to trade his ass to Boston. He wasn't letting that happen, and he's like, you know what? No, that ain't gonna happen. But then instead of letting LeBron punk you, you gonna let Chloe punk you, and now you stuck for life. You about to be the next Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell me I ain't wrong about that.
Kanye's looking bad now too, man.
So that's just one point I want to make. So then my next Uga is I want to talk about these women out here. You know what? I ain't been on the show in a while. I got to tell you, I found out there's a such thing as a white Uga.
Really?
Oh, man.
You don't say.
Yeah, man. I've been educating myself. and they exist. It took me a while to find them, but they out there, and they out there bad. They out there. They collecting social welfare just like everybody else. You know, they in these streets dirty. They doing something strange for a little piece of change.
Doesn't change.
And you know, I'm saying these things because, you know, my demographics are different from y'all. I ain't on the west side. I ain't on Inglewood. I ain't out there with them ratchet hoes out there that y'all seeing daily. You know, like the one, Roland, I saw you sitting in the car looking around and stuff. You was worried and shit because you worried them Ugas was going to get your ass. I saw you.
There was a bunch of them too.
You know? But what I'm saying is, though, man, they dirty out here. So listen to this shit. I shouldn't be putting my shit out there, but I found out the ultimate. You know how you be worried about, you know, what some of these Ugas, how they gonna do you? They do you dirty and everything. I had a chick create a fake Facebook profile with my name and my picture. Yeah, she went full Uga on me. And you wanna know why she did this?
Why?
Because I told the bitch I ain't want her.
Never a dull moment in International D.
What's wrong with that? Blew up the spot, them fucked up shit, and all because I said I don't want shit to do with you. So she got mad and she went full Uga on me, and just created this and just put my shit all out there. So you know what? She get my Uga of a lifetime for that shit.
I think it's a messing to this story.
Hey, what did Cedric say?
He's leaving out some pertinent information.
I said I can't go to. I can't. See, you trying to ask me to be a Uga, man? You can't talk about Uga and be a Uga.
So what you saying is that y'all need a European Roland over there.
Euro rolling.
Rolling. Hey, Roland, that kid must be stupid because you can't. Roland can't save them all if he ain't realized that by now.
Man, Roland gonna fly over there like a motherfucker.
All right.
Hey, real talk though. Real talk though.
Bullet, bigger than a locomotive.
All right. Well, let's thank you, International D. Welcome back. That was awesome. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Cat's Corner.
Need some advice? Talk to the only woman allowed inside the cave. It's time for Cat's Corner.
Hey, anybody heard from Velly?
Yeah, let's all do a moment of silence for Velly real quick. All right, Cat.
A moment of silence for Velly is back.
No.
A moment of silence for Andrew.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Velly back.
Hey, hold on. We can't do this doing too much on the show. All right. Hey.
Giving out you giving out government names.
Yeah, because I ain't got time to edit, Joe. So, all right, cuz let's get into this Cat's.
Do you ever?
All right, cuz let's get into this Cat's Corner. We got a question for the guys, and then we have a random question for Cat. So we'll start with anonymous, and remind me to edit, but they're actually the same person. But go ahead, Cat. Tell me y'all, cuz.
All right, so first up, we got anonymous writes saying, I'm newly married and found out my husband has crazy superstitions. At first, it was simple stuff like he never drives at night on odd days of the week, and he never wears brown socks because those are the socks he had on when he was 12 and got in a fight at church. But now it's ridiculous. The other night, I was sleeping on his side of the bed, and he said if we don't switch sides, he's going to have a bad morning. We switched sides, and he was still late for work, and he blamed it on me. He even has my kids being stupid. My daughter won't turn on her fan now because it doesn't spin counterclockwise, and she thinks that she would be able to breathe, or she won't be able to breathe when she sleeps. My mom told me not to marry him because he's crazy, and now I think she's right. Your thoughts?
Mama knows best.
Yeah, that motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, ain't it a button on the ceiling fan to make this fan spin the opposite direction? There's one on mine.
What cat answer?
Sound like it's broke.
No, not the cheap, not the cheap ones.
Help out, cat.
It's very hard to not say, well, mom told you so. Mom told you so. It's a little too late now, I guess, to say that because you're married to him, you have children, you raised your children. I mean, at one point, these superstitions didn't bother you. You were okay with them. You even married him and you made children, all with these superstitions. And so I don't want to say like suck it up, but that's
suck it up, baby.
Right, just that's what you married into. You knew this going in, and yeah, he's a little crazy. So, I mean, you don't have to be superstitious, but you have to realize that it's no different than if you married a vegan and you still ate meat, you know. And so he has a way of living that will probably rub off on your children, of course. But there's, I'm very sure, a way to work around this. But I do want to, always stress in situations like this that this is your husband. This isn't a boo or a boy or a guy you're dating. This is your husband. So you need to figure out how to work through this with him. And I think, you knew this going in. So
it sounds like a great guy to me.
I got 2 words for you. Get out.
Yeah, I got another 2 words for you. Run fast.
Oh, come on, man. Say it. Now, hold on. I'm not going to say
one word. Divorce, goddamn it.
Hold on. Hey, I ain't going to say no names, but there's a certain person that's on this show that before he used to rap, used to take a piss and pee on his hand. And he actually did it before basketball games, too. That's a superstition. Y'all got superstition. Yeah, who is that?
That's me. But I ain't got to tell you, that's not really superstition. That don't split the pole.
You got a lot.
Unless you split in the same pole, then we can talk.
You still doing don't split the pole. You probably don't step on cracks and all of that.
Oh, no, I step on the crack. I try. That shit don't work.
Well, shit, neither did you pissing on your hand. We see where you at now.
When I was good in high school, that's all that mattered. I wasn't never tall enough. That motherfucker head taking up the whole goddamn screen.
Hold on, that's why your ass ain't got your head on the screen, motherfucker. We see that shit.
Man, shit, I see that bogus ass fade you got. That motherfucker light at the top, thick on the sides, man. Like his whole head is shadows.
Let's get straight to the
That's called the reverse.
He got the reverse 50.
That's called the reverse.
Wrong with that dude, man. That dude, alright.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
Everybody
crazy.
got
I'm sure he fucking the shit out you though, ain't he? It's just like fat chicks get the best head, crazy bitches got the best pussy. I mean, that's all it is.
But he the one crazy, Joe.
Hey, that's why I say he probably fucking the shit out of her. That's why she's still there. That's why she married him.
Yeah,
You can deal with the superstitions.
She took that D challenge. She went on ahead and made
Exactly.
married the dude. That was on
She superstitious for?
Oh, E. That's what we on?
No, I ain't. You ain't heard the challenge where they singing songs. They got
that shit yet?
Yeah, not the
From the
D
movie.
challenge.
The dick challenge. You ain't heard that?
The D.
So what she need to do is go in there and get a bunch of counterclockwise spinning ceiling fans and do everything. Just make sure you sleep on the right side of the goddamn bed.
And pick up a tinfoil hat.
Exactly.
It's been outside the
You don't need
right.
passing it.
Superstitions.
This is a real write-in.
Go get your left-handed hammer too.
This
You
Michelle.
don't need to be passing that
This
shit.
cat friend Michelle.
Now, he don't need to be passing that shit down to the kids though. That's where they need to stop. Kids need to see all this.
Hey, and some things you can't pass down to the kids because my daughter be roasting her mama. That's cool.
Hey. All right. So I'll give you the last word on this.
Cat, like I can't believe I'm part of this bullshit.
As goes for the superstitious husband, Like, I don't know. People are who they are, and I don't think that this was hidden. I guess the big deal to me is you knew this. But you knew he was. This ain't the first time he told you to stay on your side of the bed. This ain't the first time, you know, you threw salt on his shoulder or licked the light twice. Like, this is something that even your mother recognized.
Light? What the fuck is that?
So I definitely think, you know, for any other people listening, because with this situation, you know, I think she should tough it out. But for all people, if somebody do some shit that's annoying to you, that's a sign. Like, that's something you should take into consideration before you deal with them, because that will be a part of your everyday. And if you don't feel like having a nigga who piss on his hand every time he play ball, then
that was just for games. I ain't piss on my hand for street ball. That was cool. That was just organized games. Then I high five everybody.
He ain't lying though.
With that being said, like, you're passionate about your superstition, and I'm sure it's a woman somewhere who thinks the same of your piss, and you guys will be perfect for each other. So I think that knowing, you know, who you're
hold on, woman let me piss on her hand. It's a problem. We can't do that, Cat.
I understand that doesn't sound appealing, but I do want, you know, be aware of who you do with, so you don't have, you know, people making fake Facebook pages. Like, it's very when you
D-Bane is on fake Facebook page.
I like how Cat sneak dissing like a motherfucker. You know this?
Real clever too. Clever.
Hey, Cat, you don't want to do that. You might want to stay in your seat if you're gonna be doing that.
That's real clever too. I
Until the big ball is on.
like that in you, Cat.
Anyway, I'm saying that, listen, and from what you guys are saying, you know, it sounds like it's really important that, you know, you should know a person's capabilities when they're angry, you know, so you can make the best decisions. And I think this letter shows us that you can be stuck with somebody who has a weird habit or superstition that now is being passed on to other people in your life, and how that can affect you. So
what's wrong with your face, International D? Damn.
No, I'm just listening to Cat saying how you should know all these things, but that, you know what, Cat, I get you. You right, but that's why me and you, why we single and we ain't married to people that's like that. I'm single, so I can go through those trials and tribulations and say, you know what, no, thank you, I'm good, and I move on, and I can talk about it on this show.
It's a lot worse thing to deal with than a superstition, though.
A superstition? Yeah, you ain't never lying.
There's people gambling money around. There's all type of shit. Like a superstition, that ain't bad. Just
man, it's okay to have a superstition, but when you got like 5, 6, 7 of them motherfuckers, man, goddamn, there's something wrong with you there.
I don't know, man.
You need that many goddamn superstitions, man. Ain't that much superstition in the fucking world.
And it's not just a superstition, because then he got mad at her, even though it wasn't her fault. Like, the superstition was incorrect, and it was still her fault. Like,
it was her goddamn fault. Sleep on the right side of the bed. He shouldn't have to tell you that.
Yeah, that shouldn't even be a superstition. I don't want a motherfucker on my side of the bed.
Exactly.
I don't understand how they got this far in the marriage, and he accidentally slept, or she accidentally was on his like. There's always like that makes no sense.
Exactly.
That wasn't no accident, man. She did that shit on purpose.
Her ass gained weight, and she was on her right side of the bed. It just seemed like she was
damn.
Hey.
That shit happens in marriage. She got big, and that's what he got pissed about. He was like, you ain't leaving me no room no more.
Gotta upgrade to that king.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll go to the next question. She is in another question.
All right. So next question is from Lynette. Right saying, she says, since the guys are asking questions now, answer, why do all men cheat?
Well, all men
cheat.
Come on.
I tell you, all men cheat. I tell you, as soon as you tell me why when women get into a damn relationship, they stop giving up the pussy. There's no answer.
Well, I'll say it. To quote Steve Harvey, all men cheat because there's a woman that's willing to cheat with them.
Yeah, that's the PC answer.
That's the truth.
Nah, man, motherfuckers like pussy.
I never liked that statement.
I about you to say I never liked pussy. I was gonna say wow.
Wow. I'm not like Tank. I'm not saying no stupid shit on recording. I never liked that statement, all men cheat. I mean, it's not like I haven't, you know what I mean? But
okay, so no, all men do cheat.
But
I don't like that statement, but I cheated.
But it implies. Hey man,
you ain't got no credibility in here with this shit no more, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead with this bullshit, man. Take your ass home somewhere, man. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Hold on, but it implies that that men can't be faithful. Is what I'm getting.
So nigga, you born again?
Once I got married, yes.
That sounds like an alternative fact.
Yeah.
No, because to me, okay, we got married men on the panel. So what that statement implies is that you're not mature enough or have enough discipline that once you actually do get married to stay faithful. We all got eyes, but what I'm saying is that you're not going to try to get the extracurricular, because if you was going to get the extracurricular, you should have never got married. You understand?
Okay. Oh, let's go back. Did the question say anything about marriage, E?
No,
it didn't. So all you married cats keep talking about marriage, but it's not this. It just said, why do all men cheat? So at some point in time, you've cheated, whatever. So if you're a single man like me, you cheat. Why? Because if
you're single, how you cheating?
What's that?
If you're single, how you cheating?
Exactly.
Well, you're cheating because maybe you're in a relationship, you're dating somebody.
Then you ain't single.
What do you mean?
Okay,
not married?
Let me break that down for you because I'm not about to go down your road like you're doing rolling right now.
No. That's what. No, you made a question about. You simply said. You clearly said you were single.
If you're single, in a marriage statement. Okay, so I'm not married.
Okay.
So either you're married, you're divorced, whatever it may be. You're not in a marriage. You're not in that, but you can be in a relationship, whatever. And in that relationship, then therefore, if you sleep with somebody else or you mess with somebody else, then you're cheating. Okay, correct?
Yeah, but I'm trying to go back to the single statement you made.
All right, you break it down for me then. Okay, so you're not single then.
Okay, you're not single, so you're in a relationship.
So if you're in a relationship then.
Okay, there we go.
Somebody else, and it's not necessarily marriage. Why are you talking to me like some bitch right now, Sid? Come on now.
Hey, Joe, I'm just trying to get some clarification.
No, but you sound like some woman talking to me right now. I'm trying to break down.
No. I'm just trying to ascertain the facts. You said I'm single.
Only
you said I cheat. If you single,
let's get back to the question.
Okay, let's get back to the
question.
Before
y'all was married, had you ever cheated before?
Nobody's
I'm asking all of y'all.
Nobody's going to answer that question. It's not about us. It's not about us. Don't nobody answer that. Just make your point. Hey, just make your point. Don't nobody answer. No, man. We ain't playing that game on here.
Nobody answer that.
Look, everybody does have more than one woman in their life. Answer that question then.
Hey man, you about as bad as Donald Trump. You deflecting the goddamn question. What was that question again, Cuz?
Why do all men cheat?
Why do all men cheat?
Yeah.
Because they're greedy?
Because there's a woman that's willing to cheat with you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Lynette, like one great man that I know from A-Town, he was a pimp back in the day, said, there's nothing better than pussy but new pussy.
Facts.
I think that's dead spot on. Actually,
when you don't cheat.
No. I'm saying, I mean, if since y'all want to break down exactly what question is asked, we're not talking about married. We just talking about men in general. I guess the answer to the question, if we was to seriously look at that, Joe's absolutely right. I think a man is always looking for the next.
But like I said, if you're undisciplined, once you make that vow, to me, you shouldn't be looking no more.
But she never said marry me.
You're absolutely right. That's why.
And see, let's take it a step further then. Mm-hmm. Just because you go on a couple of dates and you never had a conversation with a guy, he's seeing somebody else. Is that cheating?
Now you starting to try to get inside the mind of a woman.
I'm just saying. You know,
wait a minute. You say you never had no conversations, but you went on a date.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can have you could be conversating with a female. You go out on a few dates, and she can assume that you're in a relationship when you're not. You never had a conversation, nothing to establish that you're in a relationship. That's
kick dog.
What I'm saying is, like, females will assume without getting that commitment.
Absolutely.
Got cheating. You know what I'm saying?
I had a woman tell me she was dating me in the spirit. I ain't even lying.
Listen, the fuck is that? My question now is, what you do after she tell you that?
I looked at her like she had 6 heads, and I tried to get her a what do they call that thing where you get the demon out?
So now you gonna kill her?
Yeah, I tried to get her some help because I've never heard that before. I
would have been terrified.
Cat, why do all men cheat, Cat?
I don't think all men cheat. I won't say that. I'll say one pattern. As I get older, I realize that, as Big Dog has put it, a lot of times the communication wasn't clear what the relationship was. And as I've gotten older, I realized if I didn't know what the relationship was, then it was nothing. And I had to realize, I had to come to that realization that if he hasn't clarified or he hasn't proclaimed like this is the way it should be, then it's nothing. Because one thing I do know is men are very definite about what they want. And if they want you, it's very apparent and very obvious. And if you have to cajole or encourage what you want from him, then it's not real. I'll say that the guys that I know that are faithful to their women, and faithful, what I mean by that, I guess, I'm not with them when they're everywhere intimately, but I'm saying the men who seem to be in love with their woman so much that they don't even look at it. Their women are active. They have lives. So it's like they don't know who they're going to come home to. Like, it's new pussy every time because she's got things going on. She's got dreams.
That's a great point.
She moves, she shakes. And so, a lot of, like, a couple that I know, they always meet up at hotels because he works a lot, she works a lot, and that's the way they get their afternoon delights on because they don't get to do it at home with the kids, and he initiates this because he finds her incredibly intriguing, and he wants to see her at 3:00 in the afternoon, and he makes the effort to make that happen. And so I've never heard her ever mention him in a sense of, I wonder if he's cheating. Like,
well, women, first of all, women only gonna tell you the good shit. When the shit hits the fan, they quiet. They never.
CB, we love to complain about our men with each other. So to praise a man or to be the chick in the powwow, women going, niggas ain't shit, and she going, actually, I just met my man, earlier at the Ritz, so she has a different story to tell because her life is different. One thing I heard her say is she's checking his phone. She's not checking his phone. She got work to do. She has things to do. So I guess her not caring about him cheating doesn't put it on his radar. I don't think he thinks about cheating because she's not worried about him cheating. Usually the women who are worried are with cheaters. Like, that's usually just how the numbers work. If you're worried he's cheating, that's because he's a cheater. And he probably got what he was cheating. Also, we as women say what we want, but we could be cheating too. A lot of times we meet the man of our dreams while we with the man of our dreams. So we have to be a little bit more clear about the expectation. Otherwise, you do marry somebody with silly superstitions that now are bothering you. Like that, again, I've never been married, but I would hope that my future mate and I have a relationship that we can communicate enough to know I can sense if he's unhappy with me, or I can sense if he's bored with me, so I can make adjustments.
I just want to say one thing. When a man cheats, it's because he's confused and he's having issues. When a woman cheats, she's a hoe. Enough said.
CB, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
No. If you think that's the dumbest shit you ever heard, just wait till next show. hey.
Hey, I got my kill yourself started.
That was great.
Men get very upset when their wives cheat. They could be cheating every day, but the moment she does, somehow she's the home wrecker.
She ain't supposed to do that.
Don't be
Move
a
to the
follower.
next segment for CB say some more dumb shit.
Yeah, I got one right now. It's just like this.
Why men cheat isn't the more important question. The question should be, so do we resolve after the cheat or not? Like, yep, after the cheat, because there is the next day. That's the bigger question. Do you stick around after he's cheated or after she?
Women are strong creatures. They're built to deal with a lot. They can handle it.
Because they can do it. Because they know if they say the right thing or do the right thing or buy a pair of shoes or buy a purse, it's under the rug again. So maybe they do it because there is no big consequence at the end.
Well, that's because the women are made a little bit differently now than they were made back in the day. When back in the day, if a man cheated on his wife, that's because he was sitting there, he was still bringing home, he was still coming home to that woman, and she recognized that, and he was still putting food on that table and everything, doing his job as a man, but yet he was stepping out. But nowadays, like you said, what did you just say right now?
I said women are rude. Oh, just show me.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about what Kat just said.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
All you gotta do is go out there and buy her a fucking a Michael Kors, and she good to go, right?
There is, so yeah, they sound like a perfect couple. They sound like if you like being cheated on, he's the man for you. Like that's we talk about dating, and even in dating, I don't want you to want another woman. That's very selfish of me. That's why that's why I don't have a husband, because I feel like if we're dating exclusively, which means you only tasting this honey, and we don't still get to taste other honeys. We're actually learning the intricacies of my honey. So I don't want for somebody that I'm dating. And by dating, I mean we've agreed, not that I'm assuming, but we've agreed that we were going to see each other exclusively, that we weren't going to entertain others while we are
How do you get to that point?
Also, now you want to know the birds and the bees out of having
How you
girlfriend, bro.
No, hey, listen.
I want to know if that honey's still sticky.
Nah, man, listen, real talk. Listen, if we gonna take the little questions, we need to break that shit down. Because here's the thing. Apparently, like Cat Williams say, all niggas ain't shit, just the niggas you fuck with ain't shit. So to say, why do all men cheat? Why is all the niggas cheating on you? So I'm saying,
because all honey ain't sweet.
So how do you get from meeting to exclusive honey? That's all I want to know. Like Big Dog say, where's the communication? How do you teach the women how to communicate
Here we go.
to get to that point? Let's save the hoes.
Hold on.
We ain't saving the hoes in a couple weeks. Come on.
Yeah, I do. I agree that we are not. We are. The game ain't changed. Like pimping been pimping. Right. So it's like if we are aware as I was aware even as a young lady, as a young girl. Like my mother was very clear to me about men's behavior. It's like I remember once she told me a man would fuck a socket if he wouldn't get electrocuted, and I thought it was funny at the time. But
That's
yes,
it is.
This is true that you'll get electrocuted.
I told y'all to pay for pussy if you cheat. So I'm just saying, like everybody has their ideals. What I did realize is that even as the younger, just because I'm cute ain't gonna keep a guy. Just because I'm pretty is not gonna make this work out. And I realized actually the more intelligent I became and the older and mature I became, the harder it was because I wasn't down for the game. I wasn't, so I'm not waiting for phone calls. I actually
So what you start doing to keep a man?
I purely know that it's a choice for me right now. Like I know, like it ain't me, because guys do talk to me, but I don't have any time for it right now. Like in reality, it would be painfully hurt.
We gotta move on, guys. I just want to end this segment. I do want to ask Kat one question. Has anybody on this show cheated on you, Kat?
No, never. I've had wonderful.
I dare to say so. I dare to say so.
Never.
Have you cheated on anybody on this show?
No, I've never, hon.
Oh,
and is the honey still sweet?
All right, Winnie the Pooh.
That was Cap's Corner this week.
Thought-provoking ignorance with special guests and Cave Crush interviews. Inside the Cave. Now that's how you podcast.
Inside the Cave.
Are you enjoying this episode of Inside the Cave? Well, get your ass up and rate us on iTunes. Inside the Cave podcast. 5 stars or kill yourself and start over.
Get the latest in cave fashion at cavecrushshop.com. That's cavecrushshop.com.
Follow Inside the Cave on Instagram at Inside the Cave and at Cave Crush for the hottest women on the planet. Like Inside the Cave on Facebook, Inside the Cave Podcast, and follow Inside the Cave on Twitter at Cave Crush. Inside the Cave. Thought-provoking ignorant guy talk with special guests and Cave Crush interviews. See something effed up? Talk your shit, kill yourself, and start over on Inside the Cave.
Going back to what we talking about doing the rant. All them fake ass owners make it look like they give a shit now. They can kill themselves and start over. Ray Lewis dropping down to both his knees, talking about he was praying. Probably was praying to Steve Bisciotti. That's the Ravens owner. He can kill himself and start over.
Mm-hmm.
And all them people who keep thinking that the protest was about the damn national anthem and shit, they kill themselves and start over.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm with Joe 100%. NFL owners, kill yourself and start over. And the American public, kill yourself and start over for allowing Trump to throw you off the scent. Most people just so damn stupid that Trump literally pulled down his pants, took a shit on the floor, had a pile of flaming hot, smelly shit. And what did he do? He went and grabbed a skunk. So now you can't smell his shit, all you smell is the skunk. And the skunk is the NFL. So now you focused on that scent only. Not the stuff about Puerto Rico that Cuz said, that we ain't send no aid over there, we ain't helped them out in 6 or 7 days. Not the healthcare bill to keep failing. Not everything else that he keep doing in North Korea. He made sure he took his shit, and before you could smell it, he grabbed that skunk and waved it in your face, so that's the only thing that you can smell. And instead of using your eyes and seeing past the bullshit, you got wrapped up in that skunk.
Yeah, that's a great point, because the media is also, since he's been...
Wait. This might kill yourself to start over. Don't interrupt.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's around the cave.
Yeah, that's around the cave, Courtney. So, like I was saying, kill yourself and start over to all them. And like Joe said, the owners too. I can't believe that we allowed the owners to change the narrative of the kneeling. We let them turn it into what they wanted to. Again, we let the white man take over what we started as one thing and let them dictate to us what it is now.
Like rock and roll, brother.
They said, you know what though? It wasn't just the owners, man. It's the media in general.
The media and the players. And the players, dog.
Exactly.
When Colin Kaepernick, like you said, when Colin Kaepernick was up there telling everybody exactly what he was doing, you had nobody, next to nobody, standing behind him. Right. Nobody backing him up. But the minute this man called players a son of a bitch, well, wait a minute. I won't allow you to call me a son of a bitch. But I will allow you to talk about grabbing women by the pussy. I will allow you to put our country in jeopardy with North Korea talking shit to this man. I will allow you to put our country in jeopardy trying to ban Muslims and keep Mexicans out. But you better not call me and my buddies this NFL player son of a bitches. That's why I draw the line.
Right.
We'll let you bag the cops that's killing black people and shit. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
But don't call me son of a bitch.
We won't kneel for you calling racist, bigots, and neo-Nazis good people. No, that don't bother me. But you called me and my teammates son of a bitches. Well, I'll kick your ass, buddy. No, No, kill yourself and start over NFL players, kill yourself and start over NFL owners, and kill yourself and start over media, and kill yourself and start over American public.
That's true.
You handing that shit out like candy, bro.
Man, but that's the real talk. And you got everybody on the news want to talk about, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We all stand together, unity. This ain't unity, man.
Right.
This ain't unity. Unity is when you standing up in the face of a million people telling them, I'm sticking up behind this man Colin Kaepernick and standing behind what he said. I don't even want nobody to put him on the team now because then you're doing it for show.
Right.
Dance, monkey.
Yeah.
Dance, monkey.
I'm done.
If you want the greatest display of unity, all you gotta do is pick a sports team, because people come from all different races, backgrounds, whatever, and you're gonna see unity. So for them to come out there and log arms behind some bullshit really didn't mean nothing.
Okay, well, Big Dog, since you're talking, go ahead. What you got? Who you got this week?
I got Paul Smith. Paul Smith is a volunteer, but he was a volunteer fire chief in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And he made, I guess he put on his Facebook account or Twitter account, one of them. He said that Michael Tomlin just made my no good nigga list.
Mm-hmm.
Then he come back immediately and he
what the hell?
What the fuck is this?
He came right back with an apology and then he resigned.
Yep. That's what D was talking about earlier. These people just feel like they can say whatever they want to us now.
Right.
What you got international, D? Kill yourself and start over.
So I want to stick on the government trail. I want to give a kill yourself and start over to the FBI. So all this stuff going on we got with Trump and all the things he's doing right now. We still ain't. He been in office for how long? He ain't been impeached yet. But they investigating shit like the NCAA. They're investigating coaches, and they just got done. They done hit several coaches, to include Rick Pitino and good old the rifleman Chuck Person. Several of them they arrested him on corruption charges.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's part of it.
Damn.
He's an assistant coach. But anyway, this if you think back, remember we did all the investigating into the MLB and the steroids and all that. Like, we ain't got better things for them to be doing. That's taxpayers' dollars that's paying for them. Just like the damn emails with fucking Hillary Clinton and everything. And look what the state of our country right now. So we don't have better things to worry about in this country.
Right.
There's just some people trying to make their career. That's all it is.
But let's think about it. But you got to think about it's corruption because it's a pay to play. That's they're being arrested on. It's for that's not a coach. That's not something that's a part of the NCAA. You know how much money the NCAA makes off of those guys? Makes off of those students?
Mm-hmm.
You know how much? That's the crime right there.
Amen to that. All right. Cuz, sorry about that. Who you got, Cuz?
All right, you good? Hey, this picture says it all. I mean, I've been talking about dude so much. Y'all already know is Donald Trump. I mean, I can't even say nothing no more. I mean, he just when you think it can't get no worse, he go off and say some more off the wall stuff. And I ain't got no words. I just Donald Trump just all day long. Like, it is ridiculous.
Crazy, man, crazy. All right, Rolly, you're going last. For me, kill yourself and start over. I'm not going to add anything to the Donald Trump stuff because y'all pretty much nailed it, other than the fact that he's playing this game where he's talking about the NFL and the media is talking about the NFL, and they're not talking about his whole family, his son and his daughter, being investigated on this Russia stuff. This Russia stuff is getting bigger and bigger. The media is not talking about it because they're talking about taking a knee. But my kill yourself and start over is going to Magic Johnson. Magic, you and Robbie Pelinka, you're getting kill yourself and start over. You had a chance to get Paul George, and you decided that you're not going to trade Paul George for Brandon Ingram. I looked at Brandon Ingram today because it's media week. Brandon Ingram is getting younger. This is a man's game, and he's getting younger. He was 19 when he got in the league. He looks like he's 16 now. And I'm telling you, this kid is getting younger. You had a chance to get a man, but you didn't get a man because you wanted to keep a boy. You think that's going to get you LeBron James? Not at all. Brandon Ingram looks like my son Cam when he tries on my shoes and my hat. Yeah, he's trying to be a man, but he's a boy. Magic, you had a chance to get a man, and you end up keeping a boy. A man for a boy. Come on, Magic. You think that's not going to get you LeBron, man? So, Magic Johnson, kill yourself and start over.
Pause.
All right, Roland.
Stop playing with little boys, Magic.
I'm telling you, man, Brandon Ingram looks terrible, man. The kid looks like he's about 104 pounds. Like,
that nigga is skinny as hell. Like.
You chose him over Paul George? LeBron James didn't want to play with Andrew Wiggins. You think he wants to play with fucking Brandon Ingram? You kidding me? You got a chance to give Paul George for Brandon Ingram, trade him. Jesus. All right, go ahead, Roland.
All right, everybody, we kind of exhausted the NFL. We done the Trump thing, so I'm gonna take it back to the music, and I'm giving everybody's new favorite rapper, Cardi B.
Cardi
B. I know she's celebrating her #1 hit with no feature.
You know where she at? You know where she be?
Yeah, she doing her thing. She got her blood shoes on. But she get to kill yourself and start over for offering up one of her cousins as a blood sacrifice. So we gonna take it left for a minute, but in all serious, man, it's still a serious subject. You know, whether you want to believe it or not, what these artists do, where they operate. I'm not saying that she wasn't joking, but who in the hell jokes like that, man? You offering up one of your cousins as an Illuminati blood sacrifice, man. I told you, these artists are sick. They got things operating behind the scenes. And if you don't want to believe me, man, listen to what they say. Like I always say, your word is bond. You say it, you put that negative energy out there, and then when something happens, you want to try to play dumb. So she got to kill yourself and start over. Her family members don't deserve that.
Wow. I thought the Cleves Report was coming up next. Wow. All right, that was Kill Yourself and Start Over.
I guess I'll see you next life.
You want answers?
Cleves Report.
I want the truth.
The Cleves Report with Roland on Inside the Cave.
You can't handle the truth.
All right, let's get into this. The Cleves Report podcast will be up Monday. You can check a preview of it right now. Cleves Report on iTunes and on YouTube. All right, bro, what we talking about this week?
No doubt. All right, so basically, you know, everybody's talking about this flag thing, man, and I just want to give credit where credit is due. And it seems like there's a little conspiracy going on with ESPN because Max Kellerman made a great point about the flag and about the flag code. And you cannot find that. If you didn't record it with your phone off the television, they are not posting that to ESPN. Nobody was able to grab it and repost it or anything. And basically what he got into was he was calling the NFL a bunch of hypocrites. And this whole narrative about what the flag is and what it stands for and disrespect to the flag and the national anthem. I just wanted to touch on a couple quick points, if I may. If you look this up on the government website, it's called the Flag Code. It's Title 36, Chapter 10. First, you start with subsection 170, which is the national anthem, aka the Star Spangled Banner. The composition consists of words, music known as the Star Spangled Banner is designated the national anthem of the United States of America. So your conduct while the music is actually playing, okay? It said, this is subsection 171. During the rendition of the national anthem, when the flag is displayed, all present except for those in uniform should stand at attention. Notice it says should stand. It doesn't say you have to. It's against the law not to stand. You'll be flogged if you don't stand. It says it should stand facing the flag with your right hand over your heart. Men not in uniform should remove their headdress, meaning their hats, caps, so on and so forth, with their right hand and hold it at their left shoulder. Then the hand being over their heart.
persons in uniform should render the military salute at the first note of the anthem and render the position until the last note. When the flag is not displayed, those present should face towards the music and act in the same manner, so on and so forth. Now, with respect to the flag, and I think this is where everybody who actually watched Max break this down is very, very impressed. You want to talk about Cat or any other player who kneels in support of whatever they're supporting against the United States. You think that's disrespectful to the flag. The NFL disrespects the flag every week. Every single week. So subsection 176, respect for the flag, it says in C, the flag should never be carried flat or horizontal, but always aloft and free. The flag should never be worn as apparel, bedding, drapery. It should never be drawn back nor up in folds, but always allowed to fall free. Blunting of blue, white, and red always arranged with the blue above, the white in the middle, and the red below. Should be used covering a speaker's desk, draped from the platform, or decorative in general. Now, it should never touch the floor. It should never touch product. You shouldn't wear it as a hat. You shouldn't wear it as shorts. This is all in the code. So you shouldn't even have it sewn onto a uniform. You can only wear a pin on your lapel, replicas of a pin on your lapel. So while they sit there and try to change the narrative as if this thing is about the flag or about the military, they're lying to you, and they disrespect the flag every single week.
Great job, Roland, because like you said, Max Kellerman broke that shit down as much as he could because they don't give him that much time. I don't know if Stephen A. Can't handle the fact that Max is better than him, because they, like you said, it's nowhere on the internet, and that should be everywhere. That was single. But you know what, Roland? Here's the conspiracy. Maybe the ESPN doesn't want this thing to go away, and they want to keep this thing going. Maybe that's the reason why they won't play what Max said.
The Big Herd Sports Update with Charles Hurd on Inside the Cave.
Hurd, give us the rundown of the games this week.
The only one to hang somebody.
All right, the game. let me pull it.
Roland wants somebody ass, boy. Goddamn.
He's dirty. You're a dirty cocksucker.
Roland will catch you outside, partner.
Man, fuck Roland. Fuck them dirty program. So who cares?
Oh my god.
When my son was good, they dropped off $100,000 bag at the house. I'm picking it up and going to
hell yeah.
Shit, right now. I'm telling that nigga pack his bag. We going to Tennessee.
Let's go, Big Herd.
Well, fuck.
The game start tomorrow night with Chicago at Green Bay. I tell you what, man. Like Chicago is. I don't know what to think about the Bears, bro. I really don't.
Yes, you do.
One week they're horrible. The next week they're horrible almost every week. But you know, they find a way to stick in the game. I don't know what Cooper was thinking last week, what Cooper was thinking Sunday. I'm sure he won't be thinking the same thing this week when he goes up against Green Bay. But I truly think that the Bears have a shot at this Green Bay game, seeing what they did last week. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Green Bay on that first game. I'm sure some of you guys will take Chicago as well.
No, I'm going to take Green Bay. Exactly what to think of the Bears. This is a reason why only one team in NFL history went 0-16. It's because it's very hard to lose all your games. The Bears are going to beat somebody.
Very true. Very true. I just didn't think it was going to be last week. New Orleans at Miami to start off Sunday, 8:30 a.m. game. I would go ahead and take New Orleans in that game. I like the way that they played last week, so go ahead and go with them. Buffalo and Atlanta. Buffalo surprised me last week. Atlanta continues to try to go ahead and move on. They're 3-0. They should probably be 2-1 after the first week how they played against Chicago, but I'm gonna go with Atlanta on this one. Cincinnati, Cleveland. I'm gonna take the Bengals against Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't look good at all. The Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. I like the way that the LA Rams look, man. I must say that, but I'm gonna go with Dallas in that game. I believe that game is at Dallas. That's a noon game. Detroit, Minnesota. I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota in that game. Carolina, New England.
What Detroit and Minnesota play in that?
I believe that's. Yeah, that's a noon game. I want to say in Minnesota. It is. They both 2-1.
That's gonna be a pretty good game.
Carolina, New England, and New England as well. That should be an interesting game. I hope New England comes out and show who they are, but I'll take New England. Can't go against Tom Brady.
Wasn't no offense at all this year yet.
No, yeah, New England gonna beat them.
Right. This is one game I'm kind of shocked by, guys, and maybe you guys can help me out on this. Is Jacksonville and the Jets? I like Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they beat the brakes off of Baltimore. I don't know though. Like going up against the Jets, of course the Jets aren't who they used to be.
Can you count that game? Really?
What do you guys think about that game?
Can you count that Jaguars game? You think they're 44 points or 40 what? 38?
44.
No,
yeah, you're right.
It's like 40.
I don't know, man.
Jacksonville is what I'm asking.
I think this is the thing. Jacksonville can't put up big points, big numbers like that 2 weeks in a row. And the Jets just beat Miami. I don't think the Jets are who they try to pretend to be.
That game was in London, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Miami game. Jag game.
I get it tied to the home team because both of them fucking suck.
Yeah,
I don't think Jacksonville's that real. I don't think they 44 points.
You know what? Their defense is good, and they do got a damn good running back. Leonard Fournette is the real.
I'm gonna get the Jags barely. The Jags beat them by barely, just because of their defense and their running game.
I like the Jets. I do like the Jags in that game. I just want to get you guys' opinion on it. This game, the next game coming up, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Both of these teams look horrible. Big Ben look bad. Baltimore look bad. But you know what? When these two teams play each other, because that's such a rivalry game, it's always a close game. This game is in Baltimore as well. I would have to take Baltimore to come out with a win on this because it's at Baltimore. They usually split the games in between the two. So I'm going to go with Baltimore Ravens on that one.
Yeah, in that rivalry game, you got to go with the home team. And Baltimore got one of the best home records in the NFL. And Pittsburgh, one of the worst road teams in the NFL. But also taking into consideration that travel back from London and getting readjusted. They got a week. But I think Baltimore going to beat them barely.
What's funny is I think they both suffering from the same thing. Letdown. They both put up a goose egg. Cause I'm actually a Steeler fan, and that what they showed on Sunday, that was horrible.
But they said they blaming a lot of that on that turmoil with the kneeling, don't kneel, yeah, kneel. That's another reason why I think Pittsburgh gonna lose. They had Villanueva go out by himself. Then he said he regret doing that. Then Big Ben turned around and said he regret not coming out. So they're not even on the same page as a team. They're gonna go to Baltimore and get popped, man.
See, but this is where I agree with you. Where the whole y'all broke it down perfect. Always a split, home team better. Pittsburgh not really a road, with that high emotion, not good on the road. But this is the reason why I give the nod to Pittsburgh to kind of maybe bounce back a little better, is because they got all their shit out in the beginning of the week. And I think that even though Tomlin does struggle with buttoning shit up, he's gonna get this buttoned up. And I think
I don't know.
Well, I think the defense is gonna be ready to go. And I just think Flacco's on his last leg.
Big Ben too.
I think they're going to get back to running the football.
But how they ain't been running it all year?
Yeah,
and Baltimore got a good defense.
They should have won last week. If they could have stopped somebody.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about what they should have done. We talking about what they did do. They didn't win. They didn't stop the Bears.
Baltimore just got 44 put on them.
Yep.
By the Jags.
Right.
And they got embarrassed. And they're not going to let their heated rival come into Baltimore and embarrass them like that. That's why I'm picking Baltimore. I'm taking Baltimore.
You got a good point, Sad. Maybe I'm being a homer.
You are. It's okay.
Too many weapons, and I think he's gonna bounce back nice.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's too many weapons. They had too many weapons against the Bears.
But you agreed. You said it was with the turmoil and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, they had too many weapons. Who else they lose to? The Steelers. They taking a while to get warmed up. I don't think this is gonna be the week that they do it. They gotta wait till they get home to get back in their mojo. And like you said, they got all the other stuff out of the way early in the week, but don't mean it's not still festering.
That's possible.
That alone, them being on the road, I cannot justifiably take Pittsburgh this week. I'm in the football pool, and I'm not picking Pittsburgh.
Heard you got a spread on that? Is there a spread already?
Yeah, the spread on that. Yeah, it's
3.5.
Pittsburgh. 3.
Pittsburgh.
3. Yep. Actually, sorry, Baltimore 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew it had to be 3. I mean, you're going to get 3 for being the home team anyway. So they could basically call it an even game.
Yeah, it's a push.
Yeah.
Yeah, late field goal, probably.
And they got Justin Tucker. I'm going, Baltimore all the way.
Next game up, guys. Tennessee, Houston. I'm gonna have to take the Titans on that, man. They're looking like a good team. 2-1 on the season. Houston's not. I don't know. Maybe they still trying to find their way down there in Houston.
And they're supposed to be getting Will Fuller back.
Going on. Yeah. I think he's coming back either this week or next week. I want to say. You got San Fran, Arizona. Any takers on this horrible game, or do we?
What is wrong with Arizona?
San Fran gonna get his first win.
What's wrong with Arizona defense?
They offense.
Man, I have no clue. Yeah.
They offense can't sustain the drive. I truly think that this is going to be the first week that I think this could be the first win for San Fran. I truly do. I think San Fran's going to come out and win this game, not by a lot. Hold on,
but I believe they'll beat Arizona.
They got Carlos Hyde listed as questionable. No Carlos Hyde, I don't think San Francisco can beat him. They need Hyde. They need him. So, Arizona.
You got Philly at the Chargers. Chargers going to go 0-4 this next week, which is sad.
I'm gonna pick the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers this week. Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be pretty. Huh? Yeah, I think the Chargers. They're not gonna go 0-4. I think Philly. It's not gonna be a pretty game, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go to Chargers this time, man.
The Chargers been playing pretty good. They just been having some shitty end of the game.
Well, that's how they've been for the last. That's how they've been for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's just they're in every game. This is one team. If you look at their past 2 years, they've had the closest games out of any team in the NFL. Like last year, I think they lost like the last 6 games by a combined like 10 points or something like that. It was something weird. It was amazing like how close the games were that they lost by. So Chargers are always inside the game. It just seems like when they get down to like the 2-minute warnings of each quarter, they don't know what to do with themselves. So it's to be a Chargers fan, it sucks, you know. But you know, Philly, I truly believe Philly going to LA. I'm going to say that the Chargers are going to go 0-4 this week.
Okay. They lost their cornerback too.
Yeah, they did. The Giants in Tampa. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Tampa's going to get their second win on the season. The Giants be another team that's going to go 0-4 in Week 4. Oakland, Denver. That should be a good game.
That's going to be a good one.
2-1. That's in Denver. Denver. I believe Denver just came off a tough loss. Is that correct? I
Yep,
can't
to
remember the
Buffalo.
score last week, but I believe to Buffalo. There we go. So I think Denver's going to show up at their home and go ahead and get that win. Indy going to Seattle. I think Seattle should come out and win that game at home. So they should be 2-2 after this week. And then your Monday Night Football game, which I think is going to be the best game of the season, Washington and Kansas City. That should be a really good game to see at 7:30 on Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to have to go with Kansas City because it's going to be at KC.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely have to go with them at home. That's going to be the wrap up for week 4, you guys.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hurd. Tell me something, Joe.
Dirty headlines, nasty stories, freaky tales. It's time for the Dirt Sheets with Joe Dirt on Inside the Cave.
Yo, we back with the Dirt Sheets. I got one for you. We gonna call this when being a dumbass criminal goes right. They get the Dumb Nigga of the Year awards now. Check this out. This can only happen down south. Dog, you there? A group of Mississippi inmates bust out of jail, burglarized a bargain store. And you know what they did with the shit that they stole?
I know.
They broke back into jail to sell it to the motherfuckers in jail.
Damn.
How stupid can you be?
So they made it out of jail. They go out, commit a crime, steal some stuff. Then you said they broke back in jail?
Broke back into jail, returned to their cells.
Damn.
So they could sell the shit that they stole from Dollar General.
What'd they steal, Joe?
What they steal? They stole cigarettes, cigarette lighters, phones, and shit like that.
That's crazy.
They shouldn't even get in trouble for that.
Yes, they should.
Just get a medal for that.
This is what happened when you had. This is what happened when you had names like this: Levante Ellington.
Oh, stop it, Joe. Joe, don't do that, Joe.
Jaquiez Williams.
Joe, don't do that, Joe.
I'm just saying. You know, if you want an athlete, you was gonna be a criminal.
Damn it, Joe. I'm not sure you can say that, Joe.
Hey, you know what? I hope the Booty Warrior and the Tall Salad Man get all them.
Oh,
it's stupid.
Oh my God.
That don't make no damn sense, man.
You ain't lying. Damn, that's terrible.
Can't prove that.
Man, that's terrible.
So you break out of jail. You supposed to go on a run till your ass get caught. What happened to the rules, man? Don't nobody follow the rules no more.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I forgot about that. Hey, I'm telling you right now, if I would have remembered that story, I would have made that Kill Yourself and start over. That shit was crazy, man.
That's it, man.
That is crazy. Broke back into jail. All right, that was the Dirt Sheets.
The Dirt Sheets by Joe Dirt. Thank you for listening to Inside the Cave. Inside the Cave now brings you the official store to get all things Cave Crush and Inside the Cave at cavecrushshop.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Cave Crush and like our Facebook page, Cave Crush Shop.
Inside the cave. 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 We're the number one show inside the cave.